Alright yo, it's MX, and today we're back with a video. We're going to be mixing professional vocals using Logic Pro stock plugins only, and we're going to get straight into it. So let me show you guys the song with my normal set of Waves plugins. As you can see, I don't have any mastering on, just the mixing.
Lately the money, the drugs, and the women, the reason that people be pushing their limits. Victims, addiction is never a problem all in the beginning. Started so harmless, ignored all the drama, I wouldn't be the one slipping. Funny how life switch up, the morning after so different. For a while I felt lost, felt victim.
Alright, well there you can see that track is by an artist named Emphy. It's called Thank God, and I'll link that in the description if you guys are interested as well. So I'm going to close this out for now. And I actually have the track right here that we need to load up, which is just going to be a copy because I don't want to ruin the editing on that track. And I'm going to go ahead and reset this in front of all you guys. So you click on settings, reset channel strip, perfect. Let's check this. Alright, and then we'll delete the VCA and delete all these aux tracks here. Bing, delete that. Boom. Alright, and looks cleared out. Let's listen to the raw vocals. And this is just a reverse echo here.
Lately the money, the drugs, and the women, the reason that people be pushing their limits. Seen the victims, addiction is never a problem all in the beginning. Started so harmless, ignored all the drama, I wouldn't be the one slipping. Funny how life switch up.
So I just clipped thing, that's why we had the VCA, and we'll probably use that again.
Lost, fell victim to the mischief. I can't help but thank God I live through prescriptions. Focusing on my day-to-day, no one gon' pave the way. It takes blood and sweat if you ever plan to elevate. So let me say what's on my mental. Real shit, I'm uneventful. Like to keep it low-key.
Pull it back a little bit.
With a pad and pencil. Devil be all on my shoulder, but so is my angel. Like
at least it's not clipping, you know what I mean? Perfect.
That determination is essential.
First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna highlight all of these, or I'm gonna highlight these two right here. Route these to a bus. Just go bus 10. Okay, I'm just setting up our project here, and then we'll name this aux channel vocals. So both of those tracks are being routed to one track now, so we can just put the editing on one track. Ad-libs we'll go ahead and mute, and we can keep the reverse echo in there, maybe turn it down just a little bit, you know. Alright, next we'll go ahead and start the editing on the vocal track. Let's take a listen. So we're only using stock plugins here.
Lately the money, the drugs, and the women, the reason that people be pushing their limits. Seen the victims, addiction is never a problem all in the beginning.
So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find out what the key of the beat is. So I open up my program, key finder, free Isaiah Rashad type beat. Let's go ahead and document. So I always save everything. And I see it here, the memory. Just drag that sucker in there. Tell us what the key of the song is. This is a free program, key finder. So it's in D flat minor. So that equals to C sharp minor in equivalent harmonic scale. Because there's no flats on pitch correction usually. So just go ahead and click here. Pitch correction, this is stock plugins. Put it on low mode because it's a male vocal. Natural minor, C sharp. I'm gonna slowly reduce it.
So harmless, ignored all that drama, I wouldn't be the one slipping. Funny how life switch up, the morning after so different. For a while I felt lost, fell victim to the mischief. I can't help but thank God I live through prescriptions. Focusing on my day-to-day, no one gon' pave the way. It takes blood.
So I like it right there. I put it real extreme at first to try and see how it sounds, and then it sounded just a little bit too much, so I just dragged it back a bit. So I like that pitch correction there. Next we're gonna go ahead and get into an EQ. Probably just a regular channel EQ.
Daily the money, the drugs, and the women, the reason the people be pushing they
I just want to remove all that low end, so I'm putting it at 48 dB per octave.
The victims, addiction is never a problem all in the beginning. Started so harmless, ignored all the drama, I wouldn't be the one slipping. Funny how life switch up, the morning after so different.
I'm just honestly going to cut at 100, be safe, you know. I know it was recorded in a bedroom, so we'll just start from there. Next, I want to remove some of that mud, probably in the 250 hertz.
For a while, I felt lost, felt victim.
Mud is usually within the 250 to 500 hertz.
To the mischief, I can't help but thank God I live through prescriptions. Focusing on my day-to-day, no one gon' pave the way. It takes blood and sweat if you ever plan to elevate. So let me say what's on my mental. Real shit, I'm uneventful. Like to keep it low-key. Zone out with a pad and pencil. Devil be all on my shoulder, but so is my angel. I keep it in motion. If you really want it, then stay in your lane. That determination is
make it at like 1. Yeah, like a cut of 1.
essential. Every day I break it down. Every day
I'm gonna boost the main frequency of the voice, which is at 1K, to give it a little bit oomph.
I'm rolling up, toss a dub inside of the swisher so I can smoke it up. Hold the rhyme dope enough, hope.
Make this tighter until it sounds more natural, more crisp.
Open that head bob is vital.
Now I'm actually gonna take this high shelf right here, just drag this up like 1.5, and I'm gonna start at 9K right here.
I chill your spinal with any vinyl I drop. Every day I break it down. Every day I'm rolling up, toss a dub inside of the swisher so I can smoke it up. Hold the rhyme dope enough, open that head bob.
I can even cut this, honestly. Let's do a 18K hertz, 18.5. A little bit of a high cut, make it a little bit cleaner. Alright, so that's the EQ, nothing major, just pretty simple. Let's hear before and after.
That drama, I wouldn't be the one slipping. Funny how life switch up, the morning after so different.
Big difference, wow.
I felt lost, felt victim.
Beautiful. Okay, next step, we're gonna put a compressor. So let's see, EQ, no, dynamics, compressor, stereo. Because we have a stereo, we sent everything to a stereo aux track, and that's like the benefit. We can use stereo plugins now on everything. So it tells you what kind of compressor it has here, so you should always use opto first. Opto brings the vocal out further, and I'm going to put the ratio at around 3 to start off. 2.8, let's do 2.8, 2 to 8, and then we'll make the attack maybe at 1 for now. We'll see. We'll play it.
I can't help but thank God I live through prescriptions. Focusing on my day-to-day, no one gon' pave the way. It takes blood and sweat if you ever plan to elevate. So let me say what's on my mental. Real shit, I'm uneventful. Like to keep it low-key. Zone out with a pad and pencil. Devil be all on my shoulder, but so is my angel. I keep it in motion. If you really want it, then stay in your lane. That determination essential. Every day I break it down. Every day I'm rolling up.
Yeah, I think 1 sounds good. I just wanted it to sound nice and tight right there.
Toss a dub inside of the swisher so I can smoke it up. Hold the rhyme dope enough, open that head bob is vital.
And then I just drag the release till it sounds nice and natural, flows with the beat, pumps with the beat.
Vital, I chill your spinal with any vinyl I drop. Every day I break it down, every day I'm rolling up. Toss a dub inside of the swisher so I can smoke it up. Hold the rhyme dope enough, open that head bob is vital. I chill your spinal with any vinyl I drop. First thing in the morning, rising up, I count my.
So I don't know if this is hard knee or soft knee, but I like it way better towards
my blessings while the sun is shining, finding every day's a
towards 0.0.
Is always slow. I got time.
So we'll just keep it right there on the knee, and that's pretty much the attack and release for the compressor settings. We'll get into the threshold, how much we want to compress.
Life switch up, the morning after so different. For a while,
honestly, that's good.
Victim to the mischief, I can't help but
make sure your mix is at 100%.
Prescriptions, focusing on
I think maybe I'm compressing around 3 dB. You know, on the first one, just hard attack, but only compressing around 3 dB to shape the vocal. Not bad at all. And then
The way it takes blood and sweat if you ever plan to elevate. So let me say what's on my mental. Real
I'm not gonna put any output gain for now. We can later. So that's the first 3 plugins already. Next, we're gonna put a little bit of another EQ on it. So I'm gonna go vintage EQ collection, vintage 2BQ. This is where the sauce happens. Okay. So 60 hertz, we're gonna boost this just a little bit.
So harmless, ignored all that drama, I wouldn't be the one slipping. Funny how life switch up, the morning after so different. For a while I felt lost, fell victim to the...
We want to get a little bit of that low end back in, you know, since we just compressed it. Now we're gonna go probably add a little bit high end shine, so I'm gonna go around 10k.
Mischief, I can't help but thank God I live through prescriptions. Focusing on my day-to-day, no one gon' pave the way. It takes blood and sweat if you ever plan to elevate. So let me say what's on my mental. Real shit, I'm uneventful. Like to...
So I'm gonna teach you guys a trick. Right now that sounds extremely harsh, but if you boost extremely high and then you put a de-esser in right after, it makes a nice even out sound, and it actually sounds really clean. But you can't do this unless you have a proper EQ on your vocals, so just always remember that. You can, and this is an analog EQ, so you're able to extremely boost high. And this is not necessarily saying boosting 8.7 dB. This is saying boosting at a setting of 8.7.
To keep it low key, zone out with a pad and pencil. Devil be all on my shoulder, but so is my angel. I keep it in motion. If you really want it, then stay in your lane. That determination essential. Every day,
and I can attenuate a little bit here.
Get down every day. I'm rolling up, toss a dub inside of the swisher so I can smoke it up. Both the rhyme dope and up.
Yep, sounds good right there. And maybe we turn the volume down just a little bit since we boosted.
Open that head bob is vital. I chill your spinal with any vinyl I drop. Every day I break it down. Every day I'm rolling up, toss a dub inside of the swisher so I can smoke it up. Both the rhyme dope enough, open that.
Yep, that's good for now. Let's put that de-esser on there. We may have to come back and adjust back to those settings. So dynamics, de-esser, stereo.
Head bob is vital. I chill your spinal with any.
See if there's any presets.
First thing in the morning, rising up, I count my blessings while the sun is shining. Finding every day's a new direction. Progression is always slow. I got time to say the least. Tell me something I don't know. These phonies lying through their teeth. All my life I find.
So I just used that preset and it's reducing really good. You just want to make sure it's not reducing too much more than 6 dB. And I can see it right here. It's reducing only 4.1 to 6 max. Max reduction 6, perfect.
Rolling around, I got the loud out. Old hoes, they shout out.
Yeah, it's a good setting. So listen before and after.
Funny how life switch up, the morning after so different. For a while I felt lost.
It just brings it that touchback of harshness down. Awesome, perfect. So we need more compression on this, but this is pretty much good for the chain right here. I mean, I could show you guys another trick with the reverb while I'm at it. So I'm gonna put reverb directly on the track. Most people don't do this, but I'm gonna show you why. And let's choose a different one, the Space Designer. Let's try Chroma Verb. Let's see how that sounds. Yeah, let's do this. We'll do rums. Spaces, ambiances, vocal ambiance, sure. See how it sounds.
The money, the drugs, and the women, the reason the people.
Yep, so that sounds cool, but then we're just gonna obviously drag the wet down.
People be pushing their limits, seen the victims. Addiction is never a problem while in the beginning. Started so harmless, ignored all that drama, I wouldn't be the one slipping. Funny how life.
So only at 8%, but listen to the big difference.
Life switch up, the morning after so different. For a while I felt lost, fell victim to the mischief. I can't help but thank God I live through prescriptions. Focus.
So that's a big difference. Big difference. Let's see what we're at in the video. 14 minutes. Okay, not too bad. We still got time to go. So yep, that's like pretty good vocal chain, just stock plugins. I'm gonna turn it on and off.
They need the money, the drugs, and the women, the reason the people be pushing their limits. Seen the victims, addiction is never a problem while in the beginning. Started so harmless, ignored all that.
Sounding fire, honestly. I'm kind of liking this version better than the Waves plugins. Interesting. All right, so next we're putting more compression, but we're gonna do parallel compression. So you go ahead and select down here, press bus, create a new bus. It sends to right here. We're gonna name this PC for parallel compression. You're gonna hold and click right here, make sure it's in pre-fader mode, so it's gonna flop like this. Okay, highlight both of these holding shift, then you're gonna click with 2 fingers right over here, or right click, create a new VCA. And then you're gonna name this Vox volume 1. So this is just going to be control. You're going to use this from now on to control the volume of your vocal, and I'm going to explain why. It's because when you put parallel compression in, you have too many knobs to adjust volume, and it just messes with your chain. So you might as well link those to something that can control the volume automatically for you right here. Just simplifies things, makes the routing correct, and you have to have it in pre-fader mode for this to work. So we're going to hold option, click this all the way max, and we're going to drag this fader down for now, which will be adjusting in your parallel compression mix. This is like your wet and dry knob right here. This is putting this up is going to determine how much compression you have from the parallel compression. So next we're going to come in here, dynamics, go ahead and put a compressor on. Okay, probably just gonna stick. I kind of want to stick with go with the vintage. Or we'll go to the studio VCA. Yeah, put the ratio on max, which is 30, because we want this to pump hard. Let's see if they have a parallel compression. I'm just curious if they have a setting for it already. VCA smash, interesting. Yeah, so I guess VCA is very good for pumping it. Yeah, basic attack and release settings, just keep that the same for now. I'm going to press play, we're going to crank it. We're going to crank this until it's giving us at least negative 20 dB of compression.
After so different. For a while I felt lost, fell victim to the mist.
So we can add distortion, even soft distortion.
I can't help but
I think I'm gonna add that in, soft distortion right here. So this is our parallel compression setup, and now we can actually take this fader right here and see how it sounds when we. This is where the magic happens, where compression comes in just by dragging this fader up. I usually try and drag it up to negative 25 to negative 10. Let's see how it sounds.
The morning after so different. For a while I felt lost, fell victim to the mischief. I can't help but thank God I live through prescriptions. Focusing on my day-to-day, no one gon' pave the way. It takes blood and sweat if you ever plan to elevate. So let me say what's on my mental. Real shit, I'm uneventful. Like to keep it low-key, zone out with a pad and pencil. Devil be all on my shoulder, but so is my angel. I keep it in motion. If you really want it, then stay in your lane. That determination essential. Every day I break it down, every day.
So obviously you can see if you drag it too high that it gets really extreme.
I'm rolling up, toss a dub inside of the swisher so I can smoke it up. Quote the rhyme dope enough, hoping that head bob is vital. I chill your spinal with any vinyl.
I think 25 is good. I'll turn the reverb back on.
Every day I break it down, every day I'm rolling up, toss a dub.
I think we might have to turn this reverb down just even a little bit more since the parallel compression is coming in.
Open that head bob is vital. I chill your spinal with any
yeah, it's much better.
First thing in the morning,
sounding fire.
Count my blessings while this sun.
And obviously the volume got louder, so that's why we use this knob here.
Sun is shining, finding every day's a new direction. Progression is always slow. I got time to say the least. Tell me something I don't know. These phonies lying through their teeth. All my life I find my soul.
And yep, that's basically how you mix vocals professionally in Logic Pro X using only stock plugins. I mean, this is like the core of what you need, your vocal chain here. The other only thing that I would do is basically add a delay in, just going here, delay, and I would just honestly do delay designer, come here, see what preset they have, simple, 1/8 alternating pan. That sounds cool, you know.
My way to find this peace, celebrating every day, cause I know life. So I'm living life like it's today. I kick the bucket, got my vibe up on a million, while my brilliance in abundance. Rolling around, I got the loud out. Old hoes, they shout out. With my girl, she looking cute. Making moves around town. Round town, we cruising. Baby.
Yeah, and then, you know, just drag it extreme, drag it down till you like the sound of it. But yeah, that's basically I'm gonna go make a video on how to master also in Logic Pro with stock plugins, but this is how to mix. Excuse me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave me comments and subscribe if you have any questions. I'd be happy to answer any of those, and we'll go over ad-libs another time. Typically what you can do for ad-libs is drag the same mixing over and just take the high pass filter and just go boop, you know, and that'll basically create an ad-lib. So all right, thank you guys, take care.